Greetings, fellow watch comrades. Craig Hester here, president of the Détente Watch Group. We're here at Evine Live, taking a few minutes out of our day to talk about the Vostok proprietary movement used in Vostok Europe watches. Now, Vostok is a different company from Vostok Europe. They are based in Chistopol, Russia. They are the oldest and largest continuously operating Russian watch manufacturer, and they still make movements to this day for Vostok Europe. We're talking about a few of the things that make the Vostok movement special today, and one of them is the fact that it is a bi-directional automatic movement. First of all, what makes it an automatic movement? If you're not familiar with that, this is what's called the rotor. And that rotor is a counterweight that as you wear the watch on your wrist, it will move, and that movement then winds the mainspring of the watch so that it gets wound up. Most automatic movements are what you would call unidirectional, which means there's one direction that you spin the rotor to actually wind the watch. Now, what does bidirectional mean? That means that either direction that we move this rotor, it will wind the watch to drive the mainspring. One of the questions we get asked all the time is, how should I put this on my watch winder if I want to wind it? Well, because it's bidirectional and either direction will wind the watch, it's actually best if you have a watch winder that you can program to go one way and then the other, that you use that function. If you look right here, you'll see that there are these ball bearings that the rotor sits on. That's what it rolls back and forth on throughout the life of the watch. Because of the fact that the watch will wind, the movement will wind in either direction, it will give you a more even wear on the ball bearings. One other point that we haven't talked about in this movement is you can actually manually wind the Vostok movements from Chistopol. Not all automatic movements can be wound as well by hand. And it's a good idea if your movement completely winds down, you set it on your dresser, and 2 or 3 days go by, you come back and it's completely without any energy. It's a good idea to give it 10 or 20 turns at the beginning to get it up and running, because you may not give it enough energy when you're wearing it on your wrist if you don't do that for it to keep proper time. So we hope this little bit of information about how the Vostok movement works, and we hope that this helps in your enjoyment of your Vostok Europe timepiece.